The Royals ripped the Yankees 11-5 Thursday night, winning their first series in the Bronx since 1999. Former Yankee Melky Cabrera and rising star rookie Eric Hosmer both homered in the win as KC took 2 of 3 from the Bombers. For another BronxNet exclusive, visit our YouTube page at www.youtube.com/BronxNetSports. We caught up with Hosmer, who blasted dingers in consecutive days, including the first of his promising career, and Yankee speed merchant Brett Gardner, who previewed this weekend's series with Boston. Curious as to why Bartolo Colon looks like the Bartolo Colon of old? New diet? No. Pinstripes? Probably not. How about human growth hormone? Maybe. The former Cy Young winner had his elbow treated in the offseason by a doctor who used Colon's own fat and bone marrow stem cells to rehab the elbow and shoulder. The doctor said HGH was not used, but Major League Baseball has launched an investigation to find out if HGH was indeed used. Colon could serve a suspension for taking the banned substance. Dr. Joseph Pareda is willing to take a lie detector to prove that no HGH was used in Colon's elbow surgery. Who needs performance enhancers? A little bit of rest goes a long way. As predicted by yours truly last week, the captain is back. Derek Jeter, who was forced to take a day off by manager Joe Girardi last week, raised his batting average 25 points this week, even connecting on his first 2 home runs of the season following Friday's inspiring C-list. With a 2-out single in the bottom of the 7th Thursday night, Jeter now has 2,963 career hits, tying him with Hall of Famer Wahoo Sam Crawford for 29th on the all-time hit list. Bronxites can keep pace with the Jeter meter at 161st and River Avenue. The 161st Business Improvement District posted the Jeter meter in the community for loyal fans to keep up with Jeets and his race to 3,000. The Amazons got back on track in Colorado, winning their second game in 3 days Thursday afternoon. The victory was also their 5th in their last 7. Carlos Beltran blasted 3 homers and collected 6 RBIs as the Mets rolled to a 9-5 win. The Amazons, creeping closer to the 500 mark, will be in Houston this weekend before returning home Monday to start a mini 4-game homestand. Mets pitcher Chris Young is lost for the season thanks to a shoulder injury. Ankle issues have also forced first baseman Ike Davis to the DL. On a brighter note for the Mets, Johan Santana is inching closer to towing the rubber. He threw off a mound at Port St. Lucie Thursday and is eyeing a July return. In addition, David Wright, whose lower back, oh my goodness, has been an issue, is expected to return this weekend in Houston. The Mets have also recalled once promising young outfield prospect Fernando Martinez to replace Davis on the roster. Troubling news out of the Bronx for one promising young basketball star. Wings Academy senior guard Deontay Houston was arrested Tuesday and charged with 1 count of robbery in the 1st degree. An NYPD spokesman said Houston and 3 unapprehended males allegedly produced a handgun and forcibly stole an iPod Touch estimated at $269 from a 15-year-old boy. For more on that story, log on to BronxNet.org. Time for some quick hitters from around the world of sports. Animal Kingdom captivated the horse racing world last weekend, winning the 137th running of the Kentucky Derby. In Animal Kingdom's first dirt race, the 21-1 long shot comes from behind to defy the odds. We turn our focus to the NBA playoffs, where it's odd to look up and see no Kobe, no Shaq, no Tim Duncan, and no Celtics or Lakers for that matter. The defending Eastern Conference champion Boston Celtics and the defending world champion Los Angeles Lakers were sent packing in round 2 this week. It's likely the end of an era in LA, where the Zen master Phil Jackson is expected to hang up his whistle and clipboard. Meanwhile, the Heatles, Miami's big 3 of LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh move on, highlighting a Final Four that also includes Dallas and Chicago. Your NBA MVP is Derrick Rose. Your NBA Rookie of the Year is Blake Griffin, and Amari Stoudemire was tabbed for the All-NBA second team. Fordham women's basketball introduced new head coach Stephanie Gately this week. From the hardwood to the ice, where the NHL is also down to its Final Four. The conference semifinals wrapped up with Boston, Tampa Bay, Vancouver, and San Jose moving on. The Sharks were the last to advance, needing a Game 7 to get by Detroit Thursday night. The Lightning and Bruins swept their respective series and will now face off, highlighting a big weekend in the NHL. The sports world mourns the passing of legendary Daily News sports writer and cartoonist Bill Gallo. For more on his illustrious career, pick up the news on Sunday for a special tribute. Longtime Yankee trainer Gene Monahan announced this week that 2011 will be his last. He will retire at the end of the season, following 49 years of service to the Yanks. And on a final sports roundup note, a very happy birthday, 86 years, to Lawrence Peterborough, better known to the Bomber faithful as Yogi. He turned 86 yesterday. Those are the headlines. Let's hit the C-list for the scariest image in sports. They say a picture can tell 1,000 words. In the tradition of Friday the 13th, I leave you with this. Oh, just plain scary. I guess that's what happens, folks, when you're, tied for last in the American League East. That's your sports. I'm Bobby C. Back to you, Rena Valentine. Tonight on Mars Park Avenue, very cool, Ron Blomberg, former Yankee, first designated hitter in Major League Baseball history, will be at the pub. You can watch the game with a Yankee. That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
That's kind of cool. Right in the Bronx. It's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. Are you going to be at the pub?
I think I'm going to have a few drinks, watch a little bit of the ball game and, be on my merry way.